Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all well. Before I start today, I just want to say thank you so much for all of your well wishes on my last favorites video. You were all so sweet. I got emails, I got like little messages on like Facebook and everything. So thank you guys for that. You guys are awesome. I'm doing so much better now, so we can all stop worrying. Everything's good. So today, of course, I have another favorites video for you, but first up I want to mention our sponsor, Depop, which is exciting, and hopefully push some of you guys over to my store and give some of my clothes a new home, because some of them are very neglected at the moment. So I'm sure you already know what it is because a lot of people do use it, but Depop is a shopping app where you can list like your clothes, your accessories, fashion items, and then people buy them, and it's really as simple as that. So here's some of what I have to sell at the moment. All of the items I'm selling are in really good condition. They've only been worn a couple of times. I really like all of them, but I need to stop hoarding things and I need to let them go. There are actually a few that I took pictures to list, and then I got really attached to them again and I've kept them, but maybe I'll put them on there at some point. There's also a nice social element to it as well, so you can leave comments, ask questions before you buy, you can like people's posts, you can follow people and you can see what things they're liking. It's a really nicely put together little app and I'm really looking forward to using it, so hopefully I'll see you over there. Like I said, I have some things on there already, but I am going to list a few more things over the next couple of days. So make sure you go and check it out if you're interested. And then if you buy something, I'll send it out to you and I'll write you a little note and it will be really cute. So moving on to some beauty favorites, I have to mention the Too Faced Melted Matte Liquid Lipsticks. But Emma, I thought you said you were over liquid lipsticks. I did, basically last favorites video, but then these guys arrived in the post and I tried this guy on and then it was game over and I was straight back down that rabbit hole. They're just so easy to wear and they're so long lasting, and I know there's the whole like your lips looking like a butthole if you've applied too much and they just settle in the lines and stuff, but do you see these? Do you see this? How am I ever supposed to deny this, my love? Nothing like a midnight coffee. So of course they have the pros and cons of all liquid lipsticks ever in existence. There's the con of the butthole lips and looking dry. They look crappy after you've eaten a meal sometimes, and when they fade, they don't fade gracefully. You definitely have to touch them up. But maybe not quite as often as other lipsticks, but they do fade around the center. And I guess they are more difficult to apply than your regular lipsticks because they do have a setting time. So maybe they're not as good for people who maybe struggle with precision. But then you have your pros. They're crazy pigmented, they come in beautiful colors. You only need a really small amount to cover your entire lips, so they're a product that's gonna last a really long time. These ones also don't feather like around the lips when you wear them. I don't set my face makeup so much anymore and I wear BB creams, so I'm constantly just like a greasy mess and they haven't like spread out or anything. And of course the biggest pro of all is that they're super long wearing, which I guess is why most people wear them. So the biggest difference I see with these ones versus other liquid lipsticks, they don't really set as much as other ones, do you see? Like there's still a little bit of moist product. Next up we have the Pretty palette from Ciate, and I have reviewed this and done a few looks with it on my blog and I'm a big fan. I don't know if you'll be able to see it on camera, but first look at this Harry Potter magic right here. What? Coolest packaging ever. Okay, so all of these colors are great, they're absolutely beautiful, but the reason I am so in love with this palette is these two shades, which, okay, maybe this one as well. I love myself a rusty orangey shade. But these two, which is probably the most boring two colors I could have chosen. There's already like such a massive indent in both of them because I use them so much, especially this guy. So these shades are just so shiny, not even shimmery, they shine, they're beautiful. I'm wearing them on my cheekbones today. I'm wearing them on my lid. The shimmer is so fine that it's bordering moist looking. It looks like I've done a bit of exercise, which I haven't. It's intense, but it works, and I like it. So I know I'm going crazy for these like highlight shades and whatever, but the rest of the palette is also just so good. These two together with this in the middle, these lot together. Oh no, I took a chunk out of it. Overall, it's a very good palette. It's very versatile. I use it every time I do my makeup at the moment. Not even just at the moment, just for the past however long since I first got it and I first did that review. And did I do a product play as well, I think? Have I ever told you about my fear of chairs like this? The ones with the, what is it even called? I don't know the parts of chairs. You know, the thing that allows them to go up and down? I have this huge fear of it breaking and the pole impaling me through the butt. I wouldn't get one of these chairs for the longest time. Just Google the horror stories. It exists, it's happened. I've seen the blood. So every time that noise happens, I'm like, oh god, it's coming. Better lube up. So back to the palette. Overall, it's very good, it's very versatile, it's cruelty free. Ciate are very quickly becoming one of my favourite brands. My only downside is that they are pretty expensive. I know they are good sized pans, they do last a long time. I have another one of their palettes that I haven't even finished up yet. But I don't know, I recommend them quite often and I feel bad because they are quite expensive, and who has money? Not me. So that's all I've got for beauty this time, but I have got loads of new beauty things to try. I have them all over my desk in my to review pile. I'm very excited about this. Do you see this? Ooh. This is Linda Hauberg's makeup. I'm so excited and so proud. And then we have Chloe Morella's collaboration with Ciate. It's just so exciting. I've got so much fun stuff to try. And I'm also going to America for the first time ever. So I'm sure I'm gonna pick up some makeup there as well. So the next 2 favorites videos are probably going to be very beauty heavy. Next up, I wanted to mention the watch I'm wearing today. This is the One Face charity watch, their touchscreen edition. I've actually mentioned one of their other watches before, a few years ago though, so it will be my old school blog readers that would remember this. So the reason this is a charity watch is because when you buy one, it contributes to a charity. The website is partnered with a bunch of different charities, so when you buy this specific one, the touchscreen one, and I think one of their other versions as well, it contributes to all of the charities that they work with. But with their older version of this watch, they come in a bunch of different colours and each colour supports a different cause. So for example, buying a white hunger watch, which I actually have down there. This is just where I keep my bracelets and my watches. It's a great system, I know. But buying that guy would donate to Faces of Change, which is a charity which tries to tackle poverty and starvation, and they go around and they distribute food in the States and just all over the world. So I like it. I think it's a nice little system, and you might be thinking, why not just donate to the charity, which you totally can do. That's just as great. But for me, because I'm a person online, I often get asked about things I'm wearing, both online and in real life. So if someone sees this and I can push like at least one person to go and visit that website and maybe buy a watch, then they've made a difference and I've made a difference. And we've helped someone else out in the world, and I think that's nice. So my TV recommendation for you this time absolutely has to be The Strain. I binge watched the first 2 seasons of this in a couple of days, and I very quickly became obsessed with the characters and the world. It's a vampire horror, but it's not the kind of modern vampire that we're used to seeing nowadays. I'm personally a really big fan of the pretty boy vampires. I think it makes a lot of sense that they would be beautiful and alluring to their prey, especially nowadays where that's the thing we're really into. We idolize beauty, so I think it makes a lot of sense. But I also love the more traditional ugly vampires as well, and oh boy are these ugly. They're so ugly. So in this show, vampirism is basically a virus, which I think is a really nice and interesting way to approach it. The thing that really got me hooked on this show is not just the fact it's vampires, and I love vampires. It's the whole dynamic of the group, the main group that you follow. You have the knowledge in an old guy who is familiar with vampires and has gone through this kind of thing before. You have your strength in this huge rat catcher guy who like knows the ins and outs of the city and the sewers and everything. So that's an interesting character to follow. He's my favourite in just every way possible. And then you have your daddy figure as well, not in the kinky way, like in the family orientated way, who is very driven to protect his family, and that's where his like motivation comes from. And that's not even all of them. The show focuses on loads of different people. There's a huge variety of characters and personalities. There's vampires of the most disgusting kind. There's head smashing with crowbars. It has everything I could ever want. I actually just started reading the book as well because I can't get enough of it. I'm really invested in the characters and the world. I actually miss the characters now that I'm watching it week to week. It's currently on TV, and waiting a week between each episode is just, it's too much. I miss them like real people, so I had to start reading the book. So I highly recommend going and checking it out if you enjoy reading. I think it's a trilogy, so there's plenty of it, and I can't wait to get through it because I'm really enjoying it so far. So next I want to talk about a game I've been playing a lot recently, and so has everyone else in the world. It doesn't even need any promotion, so I'm barely even going to talk about it. I'm just going to tell you what my name is because I know you're playing it and I want friends. So my name in the game is MemnaPockles, and you should add me. Just in case you have been living underneath a rock and you really don't know what this is PewDiePie's tuber simulator. You make your little videos, you buy stuff for your room, buying stuff for your room levels you up, and then you unlock more things, and then you buy more things. It's great. Everyone I know who's playing it is just obsessed with it. This is my little room at the moment. The best thing about it is definitely my little cat friend. I have the cat I have always wanted. But then that's it. That's everything I wanted to mention today. As always, I want to hear from you. These are the best videos to have conversations on. It's always so personal and lovely. As always, thank you guys for watching. Make sure you go check out my Depop. I'll leave the link and a list of all the things I recommended in this video down below. Make sure you leave me your favorites and your recommendations, and I'll speak to you next time. Or in the comments in about like 5 minutes probably. Bye.